Welcome back, Dr. Vance. And I want to slow this down a little bit. In step 3, we described what the kind of person you are becoming, which was very powerful, I think. Before we walk through the action of creating habits and everything else, I want you to describe the future version of yourself. In other words, repeat the goal as an identity-based goal. So what is it for you?
I am grateful that I'm an internationally world-renowned speaker. It's December 31st. I've completed 60 speaking engagements, and I'd like to thank my wife, who's my biggest supporter.
Wow, that's really good. So I want you to think of the kind of person this person is. Can you give me some attributes of this person? What kind of characteristics does this person have or is described by?
This is a person who is committed to the overarching vision. This is a person who has minimal procrastination. They're taking action immediately on their goals. This is a person who is not afraid to ask for help. This is a person who is focused on the greater good and influencing others. And this is a person who gets lots of rest and has a well-balanced schedule between work and personal and professional life.
Wow, that's really good. So now that we're in the category of identifying the main areas, we're going to call those pillars. So what are the main areas of your life or work that this future person, which is you, would never ignore? Can you list for me as many areas that you can think of that this person would not ignore?
The areas that I would not ignore are certainly my morning routine, my engagement with, really trying to figure out the best way to say this, my actively engaging with leads, whether they be cold. I guess my actively following up with prospects is probably the best way to put it.
Mm-hmm.
So actively following up with prospect. This is a person who actively, regularly is reading on their subject matter, staying on top of the latest literature. And this is a person who is staying organized in a systematic way.
I love it. So let's list a few words here. Now, reading and staying on top of things, would you call that research?
Yes.
Yeah. So that's a great name. One of your pillars is going to be research. Another pillar, when you talk about morning routines, are you just talking about morning routines or your routines throughout the day?
I like the way you put that. I would say routines throughout the day. So everyday routine versus my morning routine.
Your morning routine just starts off a great day. And so tell me a little bit about the routines, because we want to put a name to these routines or a category. So tell me what other routines, other than your morning routine, getting up early, starting your day off, what other routines would you figure you'd have?
My evening routine, because I have set work that I do usually during the business hours outside of calls. And then in the evening is when I do a lot of my developing seminars, following up on leads, catching up on emails. So having a more succinct schedule, I think that really is something that helps me, again, throughout the course of the day.
So I think you nailed it when you talk about schedule. You need a schedule. So your routines starting from the morning, there's a schedule for stability. And if you keep that schedule, you're going to be stable throughout the day. Do you want to call it schedule? Do you want to call it routines? Or do you want to call it, you're enabling your capability, or another word?
Let's call it a daily schedule.
Nice. Daily schedule. We need 2 more pillars. So when you think of a future where you are the thought leader and you're not making comparison to others now, but what are other people saying about you? What's changed? Give me a couple more pillars that we can talk about.
Some of the other things that I could be doing are, I would say, publications, So I need to do more. I need to be more focused on writing. That includes finishing my book, starting the book that I have a concept of currently, and then also other articles, whether they be scholarly or web-based periodical platforms.
Wonderful. Publications is another great one. Daily schedule, research, publications, and you had one that's not falling in these categories, which is, I know the daily schedule should have actively following up with your clients or people that are there. So, but that's more like sales. What would
Yeah, I was gonna say we can say weekly. We can call that. Can we call that weekly outreach?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, let's call it weekly outreach.
Weekly outreach. So would you say those are critical? You wouldn't drop those: research, daily schedule, publications, and weekly outreach?
Yes.
So what I want you to do is, now that you've already posted your center goal, in pillars 1, 3, 5, and 7, those are the corner pillars, I'd like you to put research, daily schedule, publications, and weekly outreach. And now for homework, I would like you to find one super small task to put in each of those as you post it. So let's cover the super small task. I want to talk about something that's so insignificantly small that success is imminent. So one of the things on research, what would you say is a good little habit on research that you want to keep forever?
A good habit on research, I would say, is for me to really, I would say that the good thing would be for me to read for at least 1 to 2 hours per week.
1 to 2 hours per week. If you were to break that down, that's 10 minutes a day, or less.
So reading for 10. Yeah. So reading for 10 minutes a day.
Yeah. And when would you do that? What is the trigger for you to read for 10 minutes? That's a great little routine, but when are you going to do it? You need a trigger, you need the routine, and I want you to celebrate after you do it. So your celebration could be grab an orange juice or an orange or something, or it could be like a fist pump or a fist bump or whatever you want to do. Something that gets you active and your mind thinking about, wow, I did it, and every day I do it. So what is the timing? Number one, what's your prompt? And number two, how are you going to celebrate?
The timing is going to be, I would say that the timing would be better for me in the evening time versus the morning, because I do notice that sometimes it can take me, when those moments when I'm waking up a little bit earlier, ideally if I could fit it in there, I would, but I don't really, I just kind of like getting up and just kind of getting started with the day versus doing a lot of focus activity when I first wake up. So I would say in the evening time would be better. Sometime before I go to bed. So let's say at 10 o'clock p.m. If I had not already read, I need to start my reading by 10 o'clock p.m.
So you're going to set a timer every day at 9:59 p.m. because that's by 10 o'clock. And if that goes off, you stop what you're doing and you start reading.
Yes.
Great.
Yes.
And how? So do that. Set your timer every day from now on, and I'd like you to report in that you did it. Just say, done. I read. This is what I read, and you could do an audio or a video and put it in the app. So I'm going to follow this one particular task, and so will everybody else. Let's see how long you can go. Can you go 2 weeks with doing just that? How are you going to celebrate after you do your 10 minutes? What's your celebration?
After I do my 10 minutes, I am going to reward myself with a cup of evening tea.
Yeah, hopefully no caffeine.
No caffeine in the evenings.
Good stuff. Evening tea. That's your reward. And what I'd like to do as a celebration of that reward, take a picture of your tea. Take a picture of your cup and post it in the app. This way we know that you read. That's one. I'm going to leave you.
I'm going to add one more thing to that. I will set an alarm in my phone to go off at 10 p.m. every single day to remind myself that this is my reading time in case I haven't done it. Because I feel like if I don't have that alarm going off, I'm prone to forget. So at least I'll get that little reminder.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to do it. So that's your prompt. That's your trigger. Every day, let's do it. Put something in the app to say that you did it. It's called evidence. And we all want to see evidence of each other, that we're holding our commitments to ourselves, and we're going to support each other. So this is the wonderful part. Finally, you've got 3 more to do. And I want you to list for me in the app what your trigger is, what your routine is, and what the reward is for the other 3, which are daily schedule, publications, and weekly outreach. But make them so small that they're even shorter than 10 minutes. Do you need help with that, or do you want to take that on as homework?
Yeah, let's take that on as homework, because I'm gonna map this out this evening, actually.
Wonderful. Dr. Vance Cooper Jr., thank you so much for today.
Oh, no problem. Thank you.